Okay, so the next thing that one would do after you've inspected your rotor blades is basically start to inspect your rotor head. Don't forget you've already done your bent body inspection, and you've picked up the tail boom has had a strike. So the next thing that you want to do is start doing your inspection on the rotor head hub. Now sometimes there might be disassembly involved, so I would suggest that you actually get the chopper manual ready for reference. As you can see in my case, I've got the caliber 5 manual right here with me, so if in doubt I can inspect that. Most of the manuals will have pointers to say look for this, look for that. I know the caliber manual has got, so it's always a good thing to have your manual here with reference with. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove my main rotor shaft to make it easier for me to work on, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, I've now removed the rotor head, but very importantly, and now you can see how good it is to do proper maintenance and cleaning, my collar on the main shaft was so dirty that I could not see that the top rim was worn. Okay, so just a very good case in point, clean as you work. Okay, right, so I'm going to move my helicopter to one side. Move it to one side, and okay, let me just remove it totally. Remove it totally from this table, and now I want to just concentrate a bit on the rotor head. Once again, I can see that there's a lot of dirt and grime, so first things first, I'm just going to quickly give it a good clean there. Take a good clean there. Right, okay. So now that it's clean, I can see better what's going on, and we can continue from there. Okay. Right, as with all the other tests and checks that you do, you work from one side upwards to the other side. Okay, so you work from one side. What I normally do is I keep the rotor head like this, and I work from the bottom to the top. Then I turn it around, work from the bottom to the top. Okay, so what we do is we start on this side like I did here, and let's do check from the bottom. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is check the swash plate. I'm going to be looking for play on the bearing, on the swash plate. I'm going to look if there's any cracks on the arms of the swash plate. Okay, especially around the balls area. See, look at these cracks, and I can see there's a bit of dirt there, so I clean it off. Okay, right, I don't see any cracks. Okay, so you continue like this until you gone through the entire swash plate. Also check the top part of the swash plate. Don't forget there's your radius arm and the links up to your pitch control arms that are on the top part of the swash plate. So don't forget to test the top part of the swash plate. Now here you can see that the top part of the swash plate does not turn. Okay, that's why I say I check the one side, I turn it around, and I recheck the other side. Okay, so let's move up. Okay, I check the radius arm. I don't see any cracks in the radius arm. Very important that you don't find cracks. The ball is it still sits very tightly on the ball. I move up to the washout base control arm. Look for cracks. I don't see any. Also check on the other side, other washout base control arm. Look for cracks on the arm as well as on the links. And I'm just going to check this ball link, and you move your way up into the head. Okay, so you get the basic idea. Work from one side, work upwards into the head, or you can start from the top and work down. I just find it easier to work from the bottom to the top. Okay, so I'm going to quickly do a complete inspection on my rotor head, and then we'll be back. Okay, so I have now checked the rotor head, and I hope that you've noticed that I've also checked all the little screws for what is loose and what is not. Normally you do this after you repaired your rotor head, but I know from inspection that the bottom part of my rotor head is okay. I've just found 2 links on the top that is slightly oval that I would like to replace, as well as I've noticed that one of my rotor clamps is broken, and I'm going to replace that as well. I've noticed also as well as that there's a very slight bend in my flybar, so I'm going to be replacing the flybar as well. Okay, so as you can see, I worked from the bottom and I worked to the top. I suggest you work in the same way, simply because if you start jumping around, you're going to be missing things. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing now is, first I'm going to remove my flybar, and then I'm going to remove the feather shaft, because it was a tail boom strike, so I would like to just confirm that my feather shaft is okay. If your feather shaft is bent however slightly, you will never ever get your blade tracking correct. So I'm going to check the feather shaft if need be. If I'm at any point unsure, replace the part. Like with these links, most people will say to me, no, you can use them again. I prefer to replace them, get it done, and then you know your chopper is safe again. Also, I hope you noticed that as I was going along, I was cleaning, and I must say that it looks a lot cleaner now. Okay, so I'm going to quickly disassemble the flybar, take the flybar out, take the feathering shaft out, and then we'll talk further. As you can see, I've now reassembled the head, and so all that remains now is to fix the tail section of this helicopter. Now, this movie is not about how to fix your helicopter. The point I want to bring across with this movie is basically you need to check everything in the helicopter. Okay, so to conclude and just to recap, the first thing that you need to do when you have had a heli crash is to check for a bent body, and then go through everything. As you go through it, as you fix it clean, I hope that you've noticed that as I was working on the head, I cleaned as I was working on, and I can tell you this head looks basically as good as new. Okay, so guys, enjoy the stop motion movie that I'm going to make now for fixing the rest of my caliber, and I'll see you guys next time.
Take me up, baby.